Hello, everybody. It's called the Wonderland of Lights for a reason.
Exactly right, everybody, and welcome to our show here for you. The Christmas lights on the Marshall Courthouse, they are absolutely spectacular.
And tonight we're going to show you that and so much more as we bring you the spirit of Christmas from Marshall, Texas.
Welcome to this special presentation of the Spirit of Christmas from Marshall, Texas. Brought to you by the Marshall Wonderland of Lights.
Well, part of what makes this special is it's now our 37th year of having the Wonderland of Lights, and it's an event that began with just a group of community members who wanted to showcase really what makes Marshall special, not just during the Christmas season, but all year, but to bring visitors to see a little bit of what we have and just that quaint hometown where you feel welcome even if you're a stranger. So most of our activities are centered around our downtown. Our historic courthouse has been completely remodeled and is fully lit. We have an antique carousel that the city owns, and we bring out every year. It's a wooden carousel. We have ice skating, and it just, when I talk to visitors who come from all over, they tell me it just really reminds them of a Hallmark movie. So just giving people a piece of that, not just nostalgia, but what we really truly are the rest of the year as well. We do have people who visit every year. We have people who have roots in East Texas, that this has been an annual tradition, that maybe their families spread far and wide, but they come back every year to be together to do that. We also, honestly, we have a few citizens that came to Wonderland of Lights, was their introduction to Marshall, who ended up moving to Marshall and the surrounding area. They loved it so much, they really saw what was special, and it just gives us that opportunity in an almost month-long event to really showcase that to people. I hope they really see that hometown friendliness, that authenticity that we want people to be there, that we have, but also see how we evolve to modern times as well.
Welcome back to the Spirit of Christmas in Marshall.
I remember the bad old days of the mid-1980s. The Wonderland of Lights all started when the economy was so bad and East Texas needed a pick-me-up. And here is what happened.
We like the lights.
You what?
We like the lights.
Like the lights. She likes the lights?
You like the lights?
She likes the lights? Yeah.
Easy.
Yes, yes, yes. I met a little girl last night. Her name is Maria. She reminded me of another little girl and a mother looking for something a long time ago.
She had brought her kids downtown.
It's been more than 30 years, yet George Carter still has trouble sharing the story. Let's you and I go back to the awful winter of 1987. Oil prices have plummeted. The economy everywhere was terrible.
And you could shoot a shotgun down North Washington and not have to worry about hitting anybody.
Hard to believe when you see North Washington now. But back then, on a whim, a local newspaper man wrote a column and said,
Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could decorate our downtown with tiny white lights?
A kind-hearted former resident of Marshall wrote a check, a big one.
And she sent George Smith a check for $25,000.
It was on. A group of volunteers attacked the old courthouse, vacant at the time and aging badly.
Chicken wire on metal poles, and we created designs with them, and we put them up around the courthouse, and we hung some bells and balls in the trees.
That first year, it was pretty much just the locals who came out to see. But the next winter, something magic began to happen.
And there was a bus that just kept circling the square, and then another one. And so we went out there and stopped the bus and said, "What are you doing here?" And he said, we're a tour group and we're visiting Marshall Wonderland of Lights.
Nothing would ever be the same. Over the decades, they have added things. There's a Christmas village now and a carousel. And the ice skating ring is covered this year. Oh, and if you want to ride a train around the courthouse, or see it all from a carriage, you can. But when you do, I want you to remember Maria, the little girl I met last night who loves the lights, and that other little girl and her mother who brought her kids to the great courthouse back in those bad old days. Because for her, this was Christmas.
She had brought her kids downtown. And said that that would be the only Christmas that her kids would get.
We'll be right back with more from Marshall's Wonderland of Lights.
While the Christmas lights have been around in Marshall for a long time, 37 years this year to be specific, there are a lot of new things around Marshall, including a store with some very familiar owners that has it all.
Robbie, Bear Creek Smokehouse is located in Bear Bottoms, Texas.
Yep.
But instead, we got a little taste of it here in Marshall. What led you all to say, let's come to Marshall, let's open up a store in Marshall? How did that come about?
Well, the opportunity came about. The city owned the building, and they came to us, and we worked out a deal on the building. We wanted to try to bring some of the unique qualities that we have at Bear Creek to downtown Marshall to hopefully help bring some tourism into downtown.
This is Bear Creek Goes Bougie. This
Yeah.
is a great gift
it.
shop. It's got, I think anybody can walk in here, come in, know they're headed to a birthday party, and be able to find something, grab it, get it gift wrapped, and run straight to that party.
You can still get a little taste of Bear Creek here. We've got some of the smaller items. We've got like the pork tenderloins, the sausages.
These duck camp hats fly off the shelves. In fact, we had a guy come in earlier this week that he already had, I think, the mallard, and he grabbed the bird dog. So I've got 2 daughters, 2 and 7, and they have gone nuts over this table. There's something for every girly girl on your Christmas list. I mean, the crossbody bags, sleep mask, there's skincare.
So are you telling me my granddaughters are the inspiration for this table right here? That's what I figured.
Kind of that modern red, black, and white Christmas decor and party stuff. Lots of good stuff to take if you're going to a Christmas party and be able to just walk in and hand the hostess a sleeve of cups or, cocktail napkins.
When we first opened this thing up, we had so much square footage here, and I knew that the Historical Museum had a big warehouse down here on South Washington, Patrick, and there were artifacts or displays in there that people hadn't seen probably in decades. So I contacted them and Judge Sims, and we all talked together and told them that we would be willing to allocate some space in our store for the museum.
So we had been in talks with the ladies that own Marshall Floral. It used to be right down the road on Washington, and I guess it's 75 years old, and we finally came to the conclusion, let's buy it and move it downtown Marshall, put it in the same building, all under the same roof, so that now we can have events up on the 3rd floor, do the floral centerpieces for that, cater it from High Horse, and it's all encompassing, all one-stop shop. We built in these great saddle leather benches, the green velvet chairs, the black and white, rodeo artwork, and it's been really fun to see it all come together.
Have a bar as well?
Yes, the bar has been so much fun. So this is actually, Dad, it's a jewelry piece, right? Oh dear. It's a jewelry counter, right?
Wasn't it? Jewelry counter
Yes.
original to the building.
Yeah, and so our great ironworks guy came in and he added this metal base so that we could set this huge piece of marble on top, and I love how it turned out. There's lots of great memorabilia inside from our family and just knickknacks from here and there.
Well, we like to say it's a little ranch to restaurant feel, that High Horse feel. We've taken the smoked, the history of the Bear Creek meats, brought those meats in, refined them into something a little more delicate, some great sandwiches. We have food in the background. So we want them to come and experience the Bear Creek legacy, and also some new things. So some great soups, and as we go to dinner, some great beef and fish and all the things.
By the way, just another great reason for you to visit Marshall and another thing to put on your list to make sure that you do. And when we come back, Jan, by the way, will take us to Santa's Village, a place for children and adults alike.
So we're excited about all the events that we have coming up for Wonderland of Lights. We have our traditional ones, the Christmas parade on December 7th. So we have our traditional ones and we've added a few new ones. We have reindeers and s'mores, live reindeer coming out. You can pet them and then have a s'more and meet Santa all in one night. So that's exciting. If you have kids, for sure, Wonderland of Lights is a great place to go. They can ice skate, ride our carousel, which we painted all of the horses this year, and so we're excited to showcase that off. We have carriage ride, wagon rides, train rides, and a huge slide they can slide on. Santa's Village is here. Santa is back, will be back and ready to hear everyone's Christmas wishes. You can build a train. We are gonna have Christmas ornaments that they can put together themselves, and our face painter will be there every night.
I'm in the Santa Village room where children are most of the time right here where I'm sitting. So tell me, first of all, how's it been going this season?
It's been wonderful. Lots of children already, and they want lots of things. So it's been going great.
Lots of electronics, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, they all want a phone.
And then they want a baby brother or sister and always a puppy.
Definitely, definitely.
Good. So Santa, what's the number one gift that most people have been asking you about?
So far it's been Nerf guns. Barbies are still hot. And just all kind of toys like that. They seem to be gravitating back to the used to toys.
Is that kind of cool that we're using traditional things and having special memories with family?
Definitely. Santa wants to be good all the time.
Well, speaking of good, I know I'm your favorite.
Oh, sure. By a long shot.
Between Patrick and Rick.
It's going to be Jan.
You see why I love to come visit Santa and Mrs. Claus? Always the right answer. One final question. His favorite cookie?
Oatmeal raisin with lots of nuts.
Yeah, that, but Patrick kind of got on the bad list last year because he said he liked chocolate chip, and he didn't know why Santa didn't have chocolate chip instead of oatmeal raisin. So, I don't know. But mine, I love the oatmeal raisin, the old time.
Patrick, you're on the bad list. Sorry. Ho, ho, ho. One more time.
Ho, 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 ho.
Pretty good.
We'll be back in just a minute with oatmeal, cookies with raisins, and lots of nuts. None for Patrick that are chocolate chip.
Are you kidding me? And I've been good this year too.
So December 7th, always the first Saturday in December, and the parade will happen at 6 o'clock, and downtown will be lit up with excitement and people everywhere. Last year we had 10,000 people downtown in that 2-hour span, which is great for a city our size. So even the economic infusion is amazing for our downtown businesses. What a great time at Christmas. We've just turned into a little Hallmark town, and it's a wonderful place to bring the family. When you have guests in from out of town, great activities all week long.
Stay tuned for more of the Spirit of Christmas in Marshall. Welcome back to the Spirit of Christmas in Marshall.
Take a look at downtown Marshall with all of the Christmas lights. It includes old businesses on the corner where the pizza smells awesome, and the new ones like Mercantile Marshall. You can stop in at Joe Pine Coffee Company for a great cup of joe, or step inside the Blackbird Bathhouse.
So we make all natural bath and body products that are not only pretty, but they're actually good and help you improve your skin.
Then hop across the street to the Blue Frog for a great bite to eat. The decor is unique and the food is excellent. The proprietor's personal favorite is crab cakes.
I've been in this location for 5 years now, and we have just added a full bar, beer, wine, and cocktails, and lunch and dinner. We have an expanded market fridge the last couple of months where we're doing take and bake casseroles, grab and go sandwiches and salads, and anything you want, we do.
After eating, walk down to Deborah's Boutique and find the perfect fit for you.
I love Marshall. It's my hometown. I think it's the best city to be in. I love my customers. I've dressed the mom, the granddaughter, the daughter, probably now going on the great-granddaughter. It's very exciting. Our Main Street does a great job with this event, Girls Night Out. It has been a lot of fun. We've been packed like this since 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
At Addictions by Rhonda, you can get great shoes or jewelry to match your wardrobe, and all sizes. This is one place where you just might become addicted to shopping. Penelope Road has great hats and purses to go along with the clothes that they sell. Royal Cypress Boutique offers something for the whole family, including women's clothes, menswear, and baby clothing. Audrey's Bees Boutique is named for the owner's first daughter and started as an online boutique, but now includes a storefront as well. Carrying a wide range of women's clothes for all ages, they also have a selection of baby items as well. Basically, downtown Marshall has something for everyone, but across the courthouse square is another new establishment. This old fire station has been recently renovated.
This building was built in 1872. It was the very first fire station in Marshall, and actually one of the oldest fire stations in the state of Texas. We wanted to be a contributing factor to bringing back the downtown, bringing the life back to downtown, and having a reason to come to downtown Marshall and just enjoy the rich history and beauty of this courthouse. The walkable square with all the little cute shops, and now there's a brewery.
I think we all agree the Marshall, Texas Wonderland of Lights are absolutely phenomenal, and I never get tired of seeing them.
Well, you and I were there back in the early days when this thing started
That's
out.
right.
It's amazing. The history of this story makes the Spirit of Christmas unique, just because it started with the dream of one man, that editor, newspaper editor, and the gift from a lady from Marshall who had moved away and heard about what was going on and said, maybe I can make a difference with a gift. And boy, did it make a difference.
It did.
Oh.
It did indeed. And dreams in Marshall continue with new stores like the Mercantile, but also a lot of other stores and restaurants right in the downtown area.
We hope we've given you several reasons to go see the Wonderland of Lights in Marshall, Texas, and enjoy their Spirit of Christmas.
Thank you once again for joining us.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching this special presentation of the Spirit of Christmas from Marshall, brought to you by the Marshall Wonderland of Lights.